So as you may be aware that the Honorable Supreme Court has directed Noida Authority to demolish two towers of Supertech which are of 40 floors each located in sector 93. In this video I will be informing about that which are the legal provisions which were violated by Supertech, and despite getting sanction from Noida Authority, why the Honorable Supreme Court has directed for demolition of these two towers. This information will help you not only in choosing the right apartment for you at the right location from the right builder, but will also inform you if in case you are living in a group housing project where there are also such violations. So let us begin. So Supreme Court has directed the demolition of these two towers for the reason that the Supertech builder violated three provisions of law. So to begin with, the first provision of law which was violated by Supertech was with respect to the Noida Building Regulations and the National Building Code 2005. The Noida Building Regulations and National Building Code 2005 provide that if there are buildings, then the minimum distance between them should be maintained, and this minimum distance may range from 9 meters to 16 meters. And if a building is of a height of more than 30 meters, then the minimum prescribed distance would be at least 16 meters. Now, when these towers were constructed, there were already existing fully completed, fully occupied building, and these towers have been constructed at a distance of around 9 meters from the existing occupied building. And the distance between these two newly constructed tower is almost around 2 to 3 meters, and given these violations, the Honorable Supreme Court has directed for the demolition of these buildings because they do not meet the distance criteria. Now many of you may be wondering that just because there was no distance, will that become a ground for demolishing a building? Yes, that should become a ground for demolition of a building, because it is a very established principle of law that if the law prescribes to be done something in a prescribed manner, then it should be done in that manner or not at all. This is known as a Taylor principle. And secondly, these building norms are prescribed so as to assure the safety of the residents. So let us not only the safety of the resident but also provide the means or the means to have a habitable life. Like if there would be no distance, then there may be problem with respect to light. The lower floors of the tower may not get light or proper ventilation, and even fire safety. So whenever there is distance, it assures that plenty of light, plenty of ventilation and air and everything that are required for proper habitation that reaches to each and every apartment. And also in case of fire, the fire tenders can reach up to these floors, because definitely if there would be a fire tender, it will need certain slope to reach the higher level of the buildings. So to give that slope, that much distance is required, which has been determined by the National Building Code. So not giving or not leaving distance between the buildings definitely has effect on safety of such buildings. That's why these provisions are very mandatory. The second violation which Supertech committed was that it did not take consent of the existing buyers or the existing allottees or the existing residents of the said project before purchasing additional FARs and before raising the heights of the buildings and before creating additional floors in the project or in the building, or let us say that before even increasing the number of apartments, the previous consent of the existing apartment owners was not sought by the Supertech Limited, and same was also ignored by the Noida Authority while granting such kind of approval. So the principle behind this law is that, let us say that the builder has got the first plan sanction for a land. So let us say that over 100 square meter of land, the builder is proposing to construct only 100 apartments, and it advertised through brochures and all the means that 100 apartments would be there. Now the moment those 100 or the first apartment will be sold, that person will have a proportionate share in the land as well. So let us say that all these 100 apartments are of the same size. and there is 100 square meter of land and 100 apartments. So 1 meter square, the apartment owner of one apartment will have a share of 1 square meter in that land also. Now if the builder will, let us say, increases 50 more flats in that building, so definitely the proportionate share in the land of the existing buyer who already had 1 square meter of land in his share, that will decrease subsequently. Now this decrease is not possible until and unless certain compensation is given to the existing buyer, and for that compensation the consent should be taken. So this is the law which has been given under section 4 subsection 4 of section 4, or rightly said, in the proviso of the subsection 4 of section 4 of the Uttar Pradesh Apartment Act, that no alteration or addition in the building can be made without taking the previous consent of the intended purchaser. Those intended purchasers are those who are already residing in the existing building. So the share in the common area, which also includes the land, cannot be decreased without taking the previous consent of the buyers. So in this project also, the Supertech had not taken the previous consent of the existing buyers, hence the sanction of the building was illegal on this count. The third provision which was violated by Supertech in this project was that of section 5, specifically subsection 3 of section 5 of the Uttar Pradesh Apartment Act, which provides again that there would be a proportionate share of each and every apartment owner in the building along in the common area, and same cannot be changed without taking the previous consent of all the apartment owners. The rules have been given in the Uttar Pradesh Apartment Rules 2011, which provides that the RWA will give the permission. In this case, the Supertech did not seek the consent from either from the RWA or from the buyers who were already residing there, and the Noida authority, ignoring all these aspects, granted sanction of allowing Supertech to construct building over green area. Now again, green area cannot be encroached, that is a settled principle of law, and the green area was encroached, and on that green area 2 buildings of 40 floor each, without leaving the mandate space with the existing tower, all these things were done, and this is the reason why the Honorable Supreme Court has directed the demolition of these 2 buildings, which is very much correct and very much required, because it has been a practice by builders that they do not consider at all the interest of the buyers, and they just think that since they have purchased a land or taken the land, despite they taking all the lease premium or the land cost, collecting the land cost from the buyers, they still think that the entire project is some personal property and they can develop the way they want. And even in cases we have seen that these building projects or these group housing projects, they never end only, and once they will start construction, they will keep on constructing for 5-6 years, and then rules are revised. Noida authority or other development authorities, they also revise their rules. They give certain more FARs. They say that since metro is coming through this area, let us increase the FAR and collect more money from the builder, and then they bring new tower, and this overall decreases the quality or the standard of that project. We may be entering into some project by thinking that, oh, this is going to be a low FAR area, low number of people would be residing there, but these projects never come to an end, and new towers or the number of floors get increased, and this all happens in connivance with the development authority. The Supreme Court has rightly noted that there was connivance between the Noida authority and the builder, and hence it has also directed for sanction of prosecution against the officials of the Noida authority whosoever were involved in sanctioning of these building plans. So if in case that you think that in your project also the building norms have been violated, or the project has been revised without taking consent of the RWA or without taking consent of the individual buyers, and there is violation of section 4.4 or section 5.3, then you can also approach the Honorable High Court challenging the revised sanction maps passed by either of the development authority or any development authority, be it Ghaziabad Development Authority, Lucknow Development Authority, Greater Noida Industrial Development Authority, or Noida Development Authority. So this is all with respect to why the Honorable Supreme Court has directed for the demolition of these two towers. Thank you so much. This was Advocate Prashant. Please do like the video and subscribe to our channel.